as we make way through our economic ecosystem, as I call it, we need healthy human capital and economic growth because they work hand in hand. And it's that reason that we must invest in our people. Brownsville is changing every single day, right before our very eyes. And let me tell you, great things are coming, big things are coming. I'd like to, at this time, recognize, without any applause, the Brownsville Economic Development Council that sits here. Where's Jason and group over there? And I'd like to congratulate someone over there that's got not too much hair on his head, a vice president by the name of Gilberto Salinas. Gilberto was recently appointed by Governor Abbott to serve on the Texas Aerospace and Aviation Advisory Committee. Now that deserves an applause. You know, BEDC has played a major role in bringing SpaceX to our area. And in early 2018, we found out from this group, the much anticipated SpaceX launch facility, we began launching commercial spacecraft in our very own backyard. If you have any doubts about what's going on out there, they're actually, I don't know how many cubic feet of dirt out there, Gilbert and Jason, but they're actually resodding everything so that they will do and reproduce the same kind of launching area that they have in Cape Canaveral and Port Canaveral in Florida. So just kind of keep an eye out for the things that are happening with SpaceX. They have been doing a lot of recruiting and especially talking to a lot of our students from the UT-RGV sector of our community. And by way of a sneak preview, because there's still a few details to come forward, but there is a project called Sizzle, as they called it, that has to do with manufacturing of parts for Caterpillar and John Deere. Now, we've been looking for a manufacturing component to our economy for a long time, and with a good luck and God's willing, hopefully we'll be able to make that announcement come April of this year. So thank you all, BEDC, for what you do. Just last month, we celebrated our 79th Charo Days. We initiated this celebration with our newfound sister city of Matamoros, a celebration that's dedicated to binational friendship and respect. It's a time that we all look forward to, year after year. And again, a shout out to the groups that I've talked about before, Charo Days, Mr. Amigo, Sombrero Fest. And because of your efforts and Hands Across the Bridge, Brownsville is the model for building bridges. And speaking of building bridges, last August, our two sister cities had the pleasure of hosting the United States Secretary of Commerce, Penny Pritzker, Mexico Secretary of Finance and Public Credit, Luis Vidigaray Caso, Mexico Secretary of Communication and Transport, Gerardo Ruiz Esparza, and Mexico Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Jose Antonio Meade. We inaugurated the West Rail Bypass International Bridge, the first new rail crossing between the United States and Mexico in over a century. Secretary Pritzker delivered remarks on the importance of improving U.S.-Mexico border infrastructure in order to generate economic growth and maintain global competitiveness in the 21st century. However, the removal of the trail, which I'm sure most of the people that are sitting in Morrison Avenue are very happy, however, has left our community and our community leaders with an important decision that they must face and make. And as community members, we too must become active and involved in order to determine the future of the city. Again, that's how we become Brownsville. I'd like to kind of make, the other efforts that are going on. The Brownsville Chamber of Commerce has an upcoming program, and it's called Despierta Brownsville. I want you all to take a look at it through the internet, and I believe it's April the 14th. They're having not only a meeting, but they're also opening up many, many different kinds of professional memberships, which are very much economically favorable for a lot of young professionals. You can also look to some of the efforts of our BISD. You know, I don't know whether our chess team is here or not. Look at that, here we go. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I went to a chess tournament which was hosted by the Rivera High School. And I can only tell you that it was the most marvelous thing that you would ever want to see. You saw over 2,000 people, so you can just imagine what it did for our economy for that weekend. But you had 2,000 people, you had grandmothers, you had babies in strollers, you had elementary, middle school, and high school chess tournament going on in our very own city of Brownsville for the very first time in its history. And some of these guys, hopefully they get a chance to come on in. But I saw most of these guys there. Some of them were real champions. So I'd like to see you guys give these guys, because chess is where it's at, guys. We are the chess city of the nation. So a round of applause. Come on in. You got them all in? Don't want to miss anybody. The trophies are bigger than they are. Anyway, I know you already have, and I know you gave them a standing ovation, and guys, that's just to show you how much we love you. But let's do it one more time. Thank you so much. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, guys. Thank you for working so hard. You know, playing chess really teaches you how to think ahead of time and plan ahead of time. So this is the future of our city. Be sure and take a look at these kids, because they'll be where I'm standing in the not too distant future. Thank you. Come on out. Okay, I think it's, anyway. Has everybody got their pictures? They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Thank you all so much. Anyway, you see, that's the beauty of being mayor. This is what I get a chance to do, and whenever somebody complains about potholes, I go to these people. Makes me feel so much better. And just a little shout out also to UTRGV. They belong to the Western Athletic Conference, is that correct? And for most of you who know this area as well as we all do, we have a great tennis center right behind us. And I think it's April 29th. We'll have the first tennis tournament of the, as we call it, the WAC, Western Athletic Conference, is going to be held right here in Brownsville. And so again, that's another great effort of how we're able to showcase our city. So thank you very much, President Bailey, for that. You know, we have, just like I was mentioning, we have a lot of interesting activities. And I think we're digressing just a bit. About 4 weeks ago, John, Commissioner Villareal, we had a West Rail Corridor Town Hall meeting to talk just about the issue of what we're going to do with that trail. And it was a great example. There was probably over 500 people there that day. But this is what I'm going to try to impart to you today. Those 500 people came and told us what they thought. Now, you know, it's not for me to say one way or the other, although I very much favor a bike and hike trail in that area. But what was more important than that is that everybody got a chance to have a voice. And in order for you to be Brownsville, you have to exercise that voice and let that voice be heard. And we, as elected officials, have to listen to that.